Hi everyone, this is Nikki from the Happily Lost channel. This video is going to be a tutorial on how to change your spark plugs on a Honda Shadow 750 from 2006. The tools you will need for this tutorial include the right size spark plug socket, which in this case is a 18mm, which has to be a thin wall socket. You can't use just the standard one with the clearances on this bike. You will need a socket extension or two, depending on the length of it. You will need you also need to have a torque wrench to tighten it up, and a wrench if you want to tighten it if you want to use a separate tool. And let's get into it right after this. A spark plug change is a very easy thing to do, but what we'll do, just to add a bit more to it, we'll check the old spark plug condition to see whether it was running rich or lean, or if it was all okay. With this particular model of bike, which I'll show you in a sec, there are two spark plugs for each cylinder, and this bike has two cylinders in it. So let me show you the cylinders. Okay. As I said, there are four spark plugs on this bike. On the left side, we have a spark plug here and another spark plug here. On the right side, we have one here, and the other one is tucked in just behind at the very back of this other cylinder. So I currently just have the spark plug lead out of that particular one. So let's get into this and see how we go. So it's simple enough, it just pops off like that. And you don't need to actually use the torque wrench all the time to get it off and get it on, just at the very beginning and at the very end, depending which way you're going. So let's get this one off and have a look. Okay. Actually, looks very clean. Where is it there? But let's compare it. Looking at this list and the spark plug, I would say it's probably sitting somewhere in the actually the best range, I would have to say. Yeah, looking at that. So let's just replace them and get back to it. Okay, on this particular bike, they recommend to change the spark plugs every second oil change, and every oil change is about 6,000 Ks. So I was actually going to do this when I first got the bike, but I didn't get down to it, so I'm a little bit late on the whole spark plug change. Now, the best way to start a spark plug, if you haven't done it before, is just purely by hand. Don't use a torque wrench, because if you get the threads crossed, you could actually stuff things up. So you just tighten it up until it seats into the engine, which is about that point. Get your torque wrench, connect it up. Now, if you're using a torque wrench, they recommend the torque's meant to be 16 newton meters. If you're not using a torque wrench, for a new spark plug, a half a turn. If you're using an old spark plug, it's an eighth of a turn. With this torque wrench, it just clicks when it reaches the right torque. Yeah, first time doing these jobs is always a stressful experience. There we go. Just a little bit more of a turn it was. So that's one done. let us work on the other ones, shall we? If you like this content and you would like to see more on motorcycles, art and sex related stuff, don't forget to subscribe and press the bell to get notified of any updates. Thanks all.